Hi guys, this is Lynn coming to you today for another segment of Wigless Wednesdays. I will tell you what the topic of the week is as soon as I come back. I'll see you in just a little bit. Bye-bye. So I am back, still rocking these braids, guys. It's been right at about a month and a half that I've had them in, going on 2 months. I got these braids done at the beginning of July. A local braider here in Houston hooked me and my daughter up. Her name is Nkeche, and I will list her information down in the description. So if you'd like to contact her, you can reach her on Instagram. I got pretty standard medium-sized box braids and have been rocking with them for going on 2 months now. It is a wonderful protective style for you guys that are looking for something that's durable, versatile. You can do a lot of things with it. I really like them, and I'm just gonna keep them in until I get tired of them. And then I probably go back to my usual cornrows up under the wig. So what has been going on with me? Nothing in particular, just living through COVID as we've been for the past going on 6 months now. It's hard to believe that it's actually been almost 6 months, but in September it will be 6 months since we first began this quarantine, social distancing, whatever you like to call it, but a new way of life, or a new normal, or a temporary new way of life. But whatever it is, I see people are starting to get more out there, back out there, living their lives, traveling, doing things in spite of COVID. So I don't really know what this means, whether we'll be here for another year or 6 months or a month or whatever. But I guess we can just endure it. I can say we've been pretty comfortable throughout all this. So I guess in that aspect, I can't complain. I just would like everyone to stay healthy and happy and safe. So, what am I talking about this week? Well, what I want to say is, why do people get mad at you for doing to them the same shit they did to you? Why? Why do people treat you some kind of way, and then when you start to treat them the same way that they've been treating you, then they want to get an attitude? You see my shirt this week, it says Reciprocity. Thank you, LaKendra, for designing this wonderful shirt for me, Reciprocity, because that's where I kind of am in my life, reciprocal. Friendships, relationships, anything needs to have some level of reciprocity in my life at this moment. So I want to talk about a couple of instances where I turned it around on a person, not intentionally turning it around, but looking back on it, one of them was intentional, but looking back on it, you can see how people expect to be treated a certain kind of way, even if they don't treat you that kind of way. So, first example, there was a friend of mine, I should say former friend at this point, that I met on Facebook through a couple of groups or whatever, and he and I had been communicating back and forth, video chatting, trying to make arrangements to hang out. But you guys know, with COVID and everything, it's kind of hard to make arrangements to hang out with someone. Plus, I have children and a life outside of hanging out. So whenever this person would call me, he would want me to drop what I was doing so I can go hang out. But I'm like, I can't do that. I'm a mother, and my children need to be supervised at all times. So I need some notice, okay? Like, give me some notice. Whenever you want to hang out, give me some notice. So he was like, fine. So we tried it a couple times. And then most recently, he was supposed to call me. We were supposed to hang out on a Sunday on my patio. I invited him out on my patio. Let's sit out and talk and chill and have a good time or whatever. He was like, sure, yeah, that's great. I'm going to call you. When I get finished working on Sunday, I'm going to call you, let's hang out. Guess what happened? Sunday came and went. I didn't hear anything from old boy. Okay. All right. So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, what happened? We were supposed to hang out. Oh, well, I got busy with work and then I was tired. I just came home and went straight to sleep. I said, okay, that's fine. So I said, that's fine. I let it go. Okay. So he and I continued to talk for a little minute, and we were talking back and forth, and so he says, hey, let's hang out. I said, okay, the patio offer still stands. I didn't rescind my offer. Let's hang out on the patio, have a drink, talk, chill. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna come over there about 3 p.m. sir, it's Texas and it's 100 degrees outside. I'm not sitting on my patio at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you would like to come by, you can come at like 8, 8:30 or something like that. How about that? Okay. So he's like, fine, just call me, let me know what's up. So, okay, the day goes on. And I ended up getting sick. I ended up actually literally throwing up what I ate. I threw up, okay? And it was about maybe 8 something, like around the time he's supposed to be coming this way. Well, what are you doing? I'm like, okay, well, I really don't feel good. And I texted him and I said, hey, I just threw up. And so he replies back, oh, so does that mean you don't want me to come? You give me an excuse why you don't want me to come by there? And I was like, oh, I just threw up. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm sick. Why would you want to be around someone that's sick? It's not like I'm telling you, I got to wash my hair or my dog just ran away or whatever. I'm literally just threw up. I even video called him and I was like, do I look well to you? Because I don't feel good, right? And I was like, as a matter of fact, I think I still need to throw up, right? So I was in the middle of talking to him. I get up and I go to the restroom to vomit, right? And he hangs up the phone. And then he texts me and he's like, yeah, you just giving me excuses. You don't want to hang out with me. And I was like, but I'm sick, And I understood when you couldn't hang out. But when I can't hang out because I'm sick, it's a problem, right? So what ended up happening was maybe a couple of weeks after that, I was trying to message him on Facebook and I was like, I hadn't heard from him or whatever. Let me send him a message. I sent him a message and come to find out, old boy had unfriended me and blocked me. Okay. I guess I just dodged a whole bunch of crazy, okay? Because I don't understand why it's okay for you to stand me up and not call me back, but when I'm sick and I called you and said, hey, I'm sick, you want to unfriend me and block me on Facebook. Oh, okay. So, hey, I look at it like this. I just dodged a whole bunch of crazy. Thank you, because had it proceeded beyond that, you would have no level of understanding for what I go through, especially being a mother, an entrepreneur, and an employee. All these things I have going on in my life right now. I need someone who's going to understand that and be sympathetic to me and what's going on with me, and especially in that case where I was really sick. So another instance was where this person that I was talking to, he has a habit of sending really short text messages back, like, okay, great. Like I would send Bible in text messages and he would send 3 words back, right? So I decided to give him a taste of his own medicine. So this particular time, guys, I was being petty, okay? I admit I was being petty. So what I did was, every little short message that he sent me, I would go back and save them, right? And whenever he asked me something that was specific or that he needed an actual answer to, I just cut and pasted his old text message and sent them right back to him. So whenever he wanted something and he wanted a specific response, I would just give him one of those little vague messages from my list of vague messages that he would send to me. And it didn't take, he's pretty smart, so it didn't take him long to pick that up. Like, he picked it up pretty quickly. He was like, oh, you're just being petty. You just sent me what I sent you back. That's petty. So I guess this was just a vent video for me because I've been dealing with a lot of trying to put people in my life, in the same spot in my life that they put me in their life. And I have friends, I have family, I have associates that have really treated me like the dirt under the bottom of their shoe, or like the bottom rung on the ladder, okay? But yet you expect to be the top rung on the ladder. You expect to be something higher on my list. And it took me a while to understand that some of these people were not putting me in the place that I was putting them in my life. And so when you give people back what they give you, sometimes they don't understand it. They don't understand it, and it's a problem, right? And I guess I just don't understand how could you be mad about something that you did to me, or you want to unfriend me or give an attitude when I'm treating you exactly like you treated me, okay? Now, it has been not just male friends that I've had this experience with, friendships, female friends, work people, everybody seems to, not everybody, but a lot of people seem to not want to be treated like they treat you. Like, I have female friends, or I guess I could call them associates or acquaintances at this point, who only call me when you need something. You only reach out to me when you need something. You need $40. You need this. You need this. You only talk to me when you need to get something from me or out of me. And it gets to the point where I'm not, if you can't call me on a regular day to just say, hey girl, how you doing? Or I want to check on you. but I only hear you when you need to get something out of me, then that's not a reciprocal relationship. I think we as a whole, we should really look into treating people the way that they treat us, because it becomes hard to keep pouring into situations and people that don't fill us back up. If I'm constantly pouring out my water, my fluid into other people's cups, eventually I'm going to be empty. And we need to have people that are going to exert the same amount of effort and energy to be in our lives that we place in their lives. So that being said, guys, remember, reciprocity is important. Reciprocity matters. So whenever you run across people that continue to take your energy, your life force, your efforts to fill their cups up, and they don't reciprocate that to you, then it's time for you to start treating them like they treat you. Now, I know that it is a good thing to give, that it is a good thing to give of yourself and to give to others, but you can't give to the point where you yourself become unfulfilled and empty. And that is what has happened to me in a lot of cases with interactions that I have with folks. I give to them and they don't give to me. And that's hurtful. And I have chosen at this stage in my life, you know, in my late 20s, to put more time and effort into those people, those things, those avenues that are going to fulfill me, that are going to replenish my energy in my life force. So that being said, I'm going to stop this video, guys. I may have been a little bit off kilter, off focused. I had to stop several times. My son was coming in, grabbing cookies out of the kitchen, stomping up and down the stairs. So if that is the case, if that comes across to you when I finish my editing, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Other than that, guys, I will see you next week for another segment of Wigless Wednesdays. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please click subscribe and the bell icon next to the word subscribe so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video here to my channel. Again, thank you so much. I will see you next week for another segment of Wigless Wednesdays.